As always, guys, this is just for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I've been looking for stock in the pharmaceutical sector because my portfolio was still missing that. And I made for myself the comparison between Johnson & Johnson and Novartis. So this is the battle Johnson & Johnson versus Novartis. Basically, high level, I'm going to list everything. I listed here the main characteristics. These are all really important for me personally. I look at these, and that's price to sales, price to earnings, debt equity ratio, dividend payout rate of that dividend, the margins, the growth rate, buybacks, and insider selling. So these are really important. What we see is that both Johnson & Johnson and Novartis, both pharmaceuticals companies, they score pretty well on all of them, except the P of Johnson & Johnson, quite high. So I don't know if that's a one-off. That's something I should look deeper into. But also the payout rate of a dividend, that's only 2.5%. I mean, this is not good. So it's probably related with that high PE. Maybe Johnson & Johnson has been building some extra factories. We'll look into that later to try to explain that. As long as the free cash flow growth is okay, I'm not going to say that much about it yet. Johnson & Johnson is also famous for raising their dividend every year, and that's why a lot of value or dividend investors recommend this stock. But of course, you need to be able to afford the payout rate. So as long as you can pay it out, I mean, you don't want this part to go just too high. Novartis, on the other hand, look at the payout rate, 31%. I like that a lot better. At the same time, they have not consistently raised their dividend every year. So if you're looking for just a dividend, there is more certainty in Johnson & Johnson as long as they can afford it, because that payout rate is getting pretty high. Personally, I would look at I would want the health of the company to be more important than dividend. I do want some dividend. I see dividend as an evidence that a company has its stuff in order, that it's mature, and that returns value to the shareholders. But look at the rest of Novartis, it's all green, except for estimated growth, and that's unfortunately also a pretty important one. So they estimate their growth at 4% 2020 till 2026. I'm going to be a little bit more conservative in my calculation, because I did use some models to calculate their value. And let's have a look. I'm using the stage 2 free cash flow to equity model. Basically the things in green are what I fill in to calculate the value. So one important thing is the risk-free rate, the 10-year treasury. The higher that goes, the better, the worse the valuation will get. The risk premium, how much risk extra you want to take. I put that on 5%. It's not so high. Why is it not so high? Because it's pretty steady stock. So pharmaceuticals, I have a lot of confidence in that. It's a big company, so that's why I'm putting it only to 5%. For a smaller company, I might put this at 10%. I would expect more of that. And the others, the share price in dollars here, and then the cash flows. Okay, next 10-year cash flows, that's calculated here. So basically on the growth rate, I put a conservative growth rate of 3.5. The 2001 free cash flow was 20 billion. And basically this really is similar as what the analysts say. So I'm not doing anything spectacular here. There's a lot of analysts on this stock. And then when I calculate all of that, then look at the value I'm getting, current discount minus 16%, which means that for me personally, Johnson & Johnson does seem pricey. It's a little bit pricey, so it's 6% overvalued. Yeah, You could say if it has a really high growth, then maybe you want to pay that. Yeah, you could pay it because of security that Johnson & Johnson is giving. Let's have a look at Novartis. So the main difference here is the risk-free rate for the 10-year bond in Switzerland. It's a Swedish company. It's a lot lower, so it's 0.82. The growth, I didn't put it to the 4% growth like they claim they can get. I put it a little bit more conservative to 3.5%, and otherwise the same premium. And I'm looking at a discount of -2, which means that with these parameters, with this growth, it's a little bit better price than Johnson & Johnson, but it's actually very similar. So then comes the question, what stock do I prefer? The valuation is similar. The growth, in my opinion, will be similar. And then when I look at the numbers, I'm seeing buybacks, I'm seeing a better payout rate, and I'm seeing no insiders selling, something I really, really hate at any stock. So that's why I chose Novartis to add to my portfolio. I would choose Novartis. I think it's slightly better valued, but I don't think the difference is that big. So if you feel uncertain, or if you just bought Johnson & Johnson, don't think you have to worry that much. I think these are two of the best pharmaceutical stocks out there. They're both major companies, and they will provide you a lot of security and a stable dividend for sure. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like my video, please like, please subscribe, and see you next time. As always, guys, this is just for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice.